Welcome to this new Microsoft Flight Simulator update movie. In this movie, we're gonna look at the latest additions to the marketplace for Flight Simulator 2022, the PC version. The first one we're seeing is, let's say, new livery pack, right? It's the A320 V2 World Retro liveries by 2Pilot. You will get 4K textures, free updates, as well as good optimization, and you can see it's now available against a reduced price. So, as mentioned, 42 liveries, 4K textures from airliners, I would say, across the world, right? And the retro really means that it's using, I would say, old liveries, which are now being applied to that new A320 V2, which is available as part of Sim update number 15, which is out for a while already. And then you can enjoy these nice liveries created by 2Pilot. Then the next one is from MK Studios. It's Keflavik Airport, Bravo India Kilo Foxtrot. It's in Reykjavik, Iceland. It's a major airport, as mentioned here, right? It's known for its challenging weather conditions, including heavy crosswinds and cold temperatures, making it a popular location for airplane manufacturers to test their aircrafts. So what's included? A fully detailed rendition of the airport, handcrafted, the airport, various points of interest being added, up-to-date ground layout and stands, custom jetways, vehicle models, and runway profile and elevation data has been updated. Other than that, there's a high-quality terminal interior model of the terminal. So that's also cool, right? Because now you can look inside the terminal and you can see it's also being updated. As well as contains custom runway and taxiway lights, as well as custom taxiway labels. And it's AI compatible. And here's what you can see, right? So you can see there's still some construction going on. And here you can see some additional things, right? So this is really cool. You can see that there's a lot of detail on this airport, right? A lot of detail being added compared to the default airport in Flight Simulator itself. Here you can see some pictures from the terminal building itself, right? With people waiting to get boarded. Also, the military part of the aircraft or the airport is included. So a lot of fun, and here you can see the runway, right? And also the runway in, I would say, different, seasons of the year. So that's pretty cool. Then the next one is from 4Simmers. It's landing rate. So if your landings make passengers feel like they are experienced an earthquake, it might be time to check your stats and try again. So this is really to help you better understanding how you're landing. You can compare it a little bit with the landing challenges, which are also looking at, I would say, some of these parts which they are mentioning here. And now you can, I would say, get some additional scoring on that if you want. And this one is also available against a reduced price. So if you want to practice your landing and want to increase your skills in landing, this might be a good package. Then we've got Project Max. They released the 1AAO Dallas-based Sky Park. That's in Chattanooga, United States. The Dallas Bay Sky Bay, right? And that's a drag strip was moved to the East Ridge. And I would say John Flowen and his family bought the old drag strip and turned it into private runway. So this was the drag strip, what was used, I would say, by all for other, I would say, things, but now it's an airport. So it's really cool. But as you can see here, it's closed since 2021, right? So this is an airport, which I would say is not in use anymore. So what's being added? 4K and 2K full PBR textures, highly detailed and true to life ground poly as it is in 2023, 2024. I'm not sure if this one is correct, if it's closed, but hey, let's see. Detailed hangars, animated hangar doors, right? Via yoke visibility, and a hangar interior with spawn points inside, custom fans and road around the airport, custom terrain mesh, animated props, and night lighting. And this is how it looks like, right? So it looks really cool. Also, you can see that there's a lot of wear being added, both to the runway, but also to the, I would say, buildings around the airport. So that looks really, really cool. So if you love flying, I would say, in a small airport, then this might be one which you might want to give a try. Then we've got Captain Sim. They're back with their 767-200 livery pack number 5. Keep in mind, this requires you to have the 767 from Captain Sim, and then specifically the 767-200, because it will not work with the other variants. And which liveries are included. The EVA Air, the United Airlines, the Pacific Western Airlines, those are included. So that's nice. Then they released the same package, only then for the 767-200 Echo Romeo Golf Echo, right? That's the engine type. Also, this one only works on that specific version, and you will get Air Mexico, Aer Lingus, and Piedmont Airlines if you own the Captain Sim aircraft, of course. Then we've got VA Systems. They released the A320 flights London Heathrow, Echo Golf Lima Lima, volume number 3, sorry. So you can fly 75 recreated A320 schedules by various airlines that take place in the early afternoon rush out of London Heathrow. And of course, you will get the livery, as you can see here, for 12 custom Asobo A320 liveries. So they're still using the version 1 and not the version 2. So that's something which you need to keep in mind. Then they also have the A320 flights Los Angeles, Kilo Lima Alpha X-Ray, volume number 2, only then for the Los Angeles International Airport. So 72 flights recreate A320 schedules. This, in this case, the late morning or the early night. Those are both included. And then you can fly that with the A320. In this case, 10 custom liveries are included. So not 12, but 10. Then the same developer also created the A320 routes, British Airways volume number 4. This will take you from the primary hub of British Airways, which is London Heathrow, to various Spanish destinations. Again, that's really cool because it includes 14 A320 routes, and of course it also includes the livery pack. So you can play a British Airways pilot now if you buy this package. Then if you thought that they were finished, no, they also released the A320 routes British Airways volume number 5. That will take place, or you depart from London Heathrow again, but it will bring you to various European destinations. Again, 18 A320 flights, liveries are included. So, and then you can fly. This looks pretty much like Gibraltar, but I do think, I'm not 100% sure about that. Then they also applied something for Virgin America. So, volume number 3, also the A320 routes. Those will take you from Los Angeles and San Francisco across the US to various and domestic and international destinations. That results in 24 routes, including, of course, the livery pack, which is there from Virgin America. Then they also did something for American Airlines, volume number 6. Again, this one is a little bit different, but I would say it still takes you to multiple parts of the world. In this case, it takes you to the depth of Mexico, but both using A320 and Boeing 738 family routes, which are 48 routes, which I would say American Airlines is using, which results in 79 schedules across 48 routes. Again, liveries are included, and then you can fly as an American Airlines pilot. Then the next one is volume number 7. That only includes 18 routes, and it will take you from the American hubs to the depth of the Rocky Mountains and back to its second schedule pack. So that's really interesting. 58 schedules across 18 routes. Again, liveries are included, and it worked with the default A320. Then back to British Airways, volume number 6. In this case, primary hub, right? We already know it, London Heathrow. And in this case, it will take you to various destinations in Italy, which results in 68 schedules across 24 routes. And of course, it will use the livery pack, which is included in this package. Then EasyJet, they also touch this one, volume number 8. So 62 routes, and it will take you, say, from the international hubs to countries, paradises, explore breathtaking destinations from UK to Germany and Portugal using this nice aircraft. It's the A320, the default one, 138 schedules, 62 routes, but again, special livery from EasyJet is included. Then United Airlines, also they, I would say, have been included. Now volume number 1. It will take you from, I would say, the hubs to the country's paradise, exploring breathtaking destinations across the USA and beyond. And that's all from routes which are out off and into Chicago O'Hara International in the early morning rush hours. So 126 schedules, again, liveries are included, and the A320 is being used. Then something different. Salt Lake Simulations. They released the A320 V2 Frontier Sky Animals Livery Pack number 2. We already saw a similar pack from this developer, but now it are different animals, as you can see below, right? So they are, I'd say, releasing packages which are adding animals to the A320 V2. So this is a package which is for the V2 only, not for the A320 V1. So be aware of that, that you need to have the A320 V2, which is, again, for free, because Sim Update number 15 will include this one. And as you can see, multiple birds are there and other animals. So pretty cool. Then VA Systems again, they released the Air Tours Bermuda, and this will take you with, I would say, 3 iconic aircrafts: the Diamond DA62, the Cessna 208B Grand Caravan, and the Cessna CG4 Citation. And then you can play, I would say, Bermuda Air Tours, which will take you to 36 unique scenarios, which you can play. Again, liveries are included, so don't worry about that. And then you can, let's say, play multiple routes, or fly multiple routes, I should say. Then we've got the airport-based training, Cape Town. Foxtrot Alpha Charlie Tango, again by the same developer. Cape Town International Airport, then you can take off, circle around and land again using one of these 3 aircrafts, the A320, the Boeing 747, as well as the Boeing 787. Keep in mind that the Boeing 787 might not be included in your version of Flight Simulator because it requires the deluxe version. If you don't have the D787, then you can still use the A320 and Boeing 747 trainings, of course. The same package or similar package is available for Edinburgh, which in UK, Echo Golf Papa Hotel. You can use the same, same routes, right? So take off, circle around, and land again. 3 aircrafts are included, but again, same thing is applicable. The deluxe version is required for the Boeing 787. Then we've got airport challenges. American Airlines volume number 4, also by VA Systems. So this will allow you to practice your landing skills across various real-world airports that the airline is operating for. It's the A320, and what you can experience is the thrill of taking off and landing in the selection of the Caribbean airports. And then you can do the standard instrumental departure, then joining a standard terminal arrival route, and then of course land on the airport. Again, liveries are included. 180 unique scenarios are created, and it's using, of course, the A320. Then, scrolling down, we will find more from VA Systems. These people have been really busy this week. Airport Challenges British Airways Volume number 3. This will allow you to again do the SID, the star, and then the landing with the A320 or you can use 96 unique scenarios. And of course, liveries are included. Then, similar package for EasyJet. In this case, volume number 3, 204 unique scenarios. In this case, it takes place in Spain airport, right? So Spain, you can practice your landing skills on the Spain airports. So not on the, I would say, airports in the UK, but Spain. Also interesting if you want to do that. Then we've got the SID training for Hartsfield Jackson. So the airport SID training Hartsfield Jackson Kilo Alpha Tango Lima. This is a package which you can fly or can use to do the initial leg on various flights outbound from Hearts and Jackson International using 3 aircrafts, the A320, the Boeing 747, as well as the Boeing 787, which result in 612 unique scenarios if you've got the deluxe version or above version of Flight Simulator, because that only includes all 3 aircrafts. Keep in mind that the 787 is not included in the, I would say, cheapest version of Flight Simulator. Then we've got Emerald Scenery Design. They released Alaska Backcountry Airstrip Bundle number 1. This is a bundle package which includes these airports, or these airstrips, I should say. We discussed them already initially separately, but now there's a bundle, so you can buy them against a reduced price. So have a look at it. Then we've got the Boeing 747-8, the Boeing 787-10, complete world liveries. Again, this is a bundle which we discussed previously. which includes these three bundles. At least I think that we discussed them previously, not 100% sure. So you can practice that, right? Or you can buy that and then enjoy those nice flights. Then a little bit too late, but this is the Cargo Ops Formula 1 2024 Barcelona from VA Systems. Again, multiple liveries for the Formula 1 teams. In this case for Barcelona, but I do expect that they also have the other one released, which is coming soon. Or maybe it's being released next week. Barcelona already took place the race, but they released the package just this week. Then we've got the Departure Challenges, British Airways Volume number 4. This is again taking place using the A320. In this case, again, a selection of the Spain airports. And then you can use the standard intermodal departure using A320, which results in 84 unique scenarios. EasyJet, volume number 4, Departure Challenges. Germany and Portugal, those are the airports which are included or are, I would say, where the missions take place. And then you can do the standard instrumental departures using EasyJet. Again, liveries are included as well as the 96 unique scenarios which you can play. Then we've got Turn Western into Aerodrome, Echo Golf Bravo Tango. It's in UK, England. It has a rich history dating back to World War II. What's included? 100 custom 3D objects with full PBR, highly detailed, fully modeled tower interior, including cafe and control room, detailed hangar interiors with working animated hangar doors, working fuel truck, dynamic fountain, and anemometers with custom wind-dependent animations. Pretty interesting. Dynamic animated spectators, custom terraforming, completely custom animated windsocks, and full night lighting and dynamic weather compatibility. And this is how it looks like, right? So pretty interesting. A lot of details have been added, as you saw in the description already, right? Including moving people, including multiple weather conditions, which are then, let's say, applied to the airport. Hangars also included. So pretty interesting, this one. There's also some static scenery, right? Like those helicopters. Those are not, I would say, you can't use them. So be aware of that. Then, scrolling down the list, we will find Explore Australia by SoFly. Well, as mentioned, or as already mentioned in the text, it's exploring, right? So you will be able to explore Australia and visit Adelaide, Brisbane, Canberra, Melbourne, Perth, and Sydney. And then there's audio included, so it will give you an explanation about where you're flying. So that's pretty cool. So you can discover 6 of Australia's most cultural and significant cities, right? So it's really placed on cities. Then audio descriptions of 90 landmarks, fully voiced with the latest audio technology, fly at your own pace. And this is how it could look like if you're flying over the city. Then we've got Foxtrot 62 Hayfork Airport by ORBX, likely in combination with some other developer. But this airport is located right in the center of the town, so be aware of the neighbors after taking off and before landing. And this is how it looks like, right? So there's not a lot of description. Well, it's a small dirt track race where you can take out your friends. That's likely, I would say, included or close to the airport. And this is how it looks like. So it's, I would say, not a really big airport, but it can still be fun to land on it. And as you can see, they spent some serious time on making it a high quality product, which is always cool to see, of course. This is likely the dirt track, which they talk about in the description. Then we've got Flight Deck Iberia by Perfect Flight. Well, what's that for kind of package? Well, it includes 2 sets of missions, one for the A320, the V1, and one for the V2. And each mission has more than 100 recorded sounds that include real cabin announcements, some in Spanish too. Each flight uses a SID star and approaches plates, so that's really cool. And in addition to that, of course, the liveries are included. So you can do multiple things. Multiple scripts are included, like boarding, the taxi checklist. And this is how it looks like, right? So you can really find them as missions and then fly each single leg with your aircraft, which you prefer. Then we've got Denver International Airport, Kilo Delta Echo November by Xcoder Designs. I think this airport has been already, you would say, customized a lot by a lot of developers. It's a pretty large airport, as you can see. What's included, custom models for all the airport buildings, as well as for all the static ground equipment. All terminal concourses have full 3D interior in passenger accessible areas with numerous of voice light interiors for the Jefferson Terminal, GA buildings and control towers, 3D people throughout the concourse, and custom highly detailed jetways. And of course, a lot of more, right, as you can see here. So it includes also the new taxiway EE north of runway 17R. It includes the recent expansions for courses for concourses A, B, and C. So it's really updated to the last edition. There's one single note here. GSX users, please choose to exclude the third party after installing Keydown because else it will, let's say, experience some issues. And this is how it looks like, right? So a fully updated Denver International Airport with a lot of additions, which Xcoder Designs have added to this nice airport. So if you prefer to land or take off from an updated Denver International Airport, then this could definitely be a package which you want to buy because you can see it really looks magnificent, including the interior, which also has been modeled for the terminal buildings, including some new enhancements like new taxiways and concourses, which have been added. So, pretty cool. And you can see a lot of images also, including images of an aircraft inside one of the terminal buildings. The night. So, this one is pretty impressive, if you ask me. Then we've got Project Max. They released the Delta Municipal Airport, Kilo Delta, November. That's in the United States, in Georgia. It's city-owned public use airport located 6 miles southeast of the central district of Dalton, a city in Whitfield County, Georgia, United States. What is included? 4K and 2K PBR textures, as well as the highly detailed and true-to-life ground poly, as it was in 2022, 2023, detailed hangars, hangar interior, custom fences, road and terrains, animated props, and night enhancement, or night lightning, sorry, I should say. So this is how it looks like. So again, pretty cool, including a lot of details, right? Including, let's say, the view or the review stations. Dalton International Airport by Project Max. Then we've got Spokane International Airport, Kilo Golf Echo Golf. It's in Washington. Uh, so where is it located? It's a commercial airport in Spokane, Washington, United States, 7 miles southwest of downtown Spokane. And it's being used by a lot of, I would say, airports, as you can see, or aircrafts, because it consists of 30 countries and includes areas such as Spokane, the Tri-Cities, both in Eastern Washington, and Coeur d'Alene in North Idaho. So that's pretty cool. And it's the inland Northwest, which is flying into this airport. And here you can see some pictures, right, of the airport. So again, it's, I would say, pretty detailed. Not too big, to be honest, if you ask me, but still pretty interesting, including school buses, including updated uh, airport site. So this one also pretty cool. Then scrolling down, we will find Tri-State Airport, Kilo Hotel Tango Sierra by Vertical Sim. It's in West Virginia, also a nice airport. If we look at the screenshots, right, you can see people walking to the aircraft. You can see a lot of details have been added if we're looking a little bit further into the pictures, including some static scenery, of course. But you can see where you really saw the usage, right. Some hangars which are there. Also the, I would say, passenger drop-off, right? Night lightning. So Tri-State Airport, pretty interesting one, if you ask me. Then we've got San Francisco Airport, Captain's Edition, Kilo Sierra Foxtrot Oscar by Flightbeam. This airport was also released a while ago by some other developers, but this developer also decided to update it. So let's go to the pictures because there's not too much text. You can see that there's a lot of, I would say, additional things like, okay, all those baggage cars. You can also see that the usage right on the roof of the tower has been animated. That's always fun. Interior is there, not too many people, but it could be that it's really empty. Here we can see also the traffic tower has been animated internally, as well as the terrace where you can look at departing flights or arriving flights. Jetways, including baggage cars, which are also having that usage. Here you can also see clearly the usage which has been added. So that's really, I would say, really nice. So this one is also pretty impressive, I must say. Then we've got Carpathos Airport, Lima Golf Kilo Papa, created by MXI Design. It's an airport on the island of Carpathos in Greece, and I would say, it's a pretty big one. And it's completely so the current airport facilities were constructed between 2005 and 2009. So it's also, let's say, not a very old airport. And as you can see, right, there's, let's say, besides the airport side, they also spent some time on the parking side, right, where you can park your cars. Some nice details have been added to this one, including, let's say, the traffic signs, including the refueling trucks. So also pretty cool. If you love flying into Greece, then this might be an airport which you consider to buy. Are we there yet? No, of course not. There's still much more. The first one is the Olbia Costa Smeralda Airport V2, Lima India Echo Oscar. That's in Sardinia, Italy. There's not too much pictures, but the pictures which were released look pretty nice, and they're at the bottom, right? So all kind of smaller airports or smaller pictures, and then larger pictures also. So that's always good. So here you can see the ones which are shared, right? So you can see a lot of additions or a lot of wear being added to the runway, which always makes it more realistic and fun, of course. And let's say, the location is really beautiful. Then we've got Lihu Airport, Papa Hotel Lima, India, by Northern Sky Studio. It's the appropriate named as the Garden Island. A lot of, would say, text about the history of it. So it's the most detailed replica of the airport, buildings and vehicles, custom surroundings, all materials created by full PBR, shading and occlusion effects on all airport buildings, high resolution, use of native high effect GTIF and models, and custom orthophoto for the airport and surrounding areas. And if you apply all of that, then you will get this. And well, this one is also pretty beautiful, right? A lot of detail, as you can see. I'm really wondering what the impact is, I would say, when you're flying using, I would say, a much cheaper hardware, because it could be pretty challenging, this one. Jurassic Falls, also pretty interesting, right? Some static scenery. Also, the interior of the tower has been animated. So, pretty cool. Then we've got the Pittsburgh water fix by Dream Scenery. And if they fix it, you will see that it will add a lot of detail, right? So normally these bridges are under the water, but using this package, they will launch them above the water, which is always cool to see because it makes flying simply more realistic if you're flying into the city, right? If you're flying over all those bridges which are under the water, then it isn't that realistic. But this one from Dream Scenery will add a lot of detail, in this case to the city of Pittsburgh, which makes it even nicer to fly above the city. Then we've got the runway status lights by South Oak Corporation. They decided to update the lights on the runways, and especially on several airports, right? So don't think that this is applicable to all the airports. It's only applicable to the airports listed down here. And here you can see some screenshots of the details. So it looks really cool, but keep in mind, it does not update the lights or the status lights on all the airports, only specific ones. Then we've got João Durval Carneiro Airport, Sierra Delta, India. Yankee, that's in Brazil. Also pretty nice. They will have a lot of things, but there is also a list of known issues, so keep that in mind, right? Also, there's some things which you need to be aware of. Uh, and this is the airport, right? A lot of details again, a lot of nice things. It's not a really big airport, as you can see, but still pretty cool to fly into if you want to fly, I would say, close to Brazil, right? Or if you want to fly to Brazil, then this could be a nice package which you can use to improve the quality of Flight Simulator. So also a lot of static scenery, right? The fire trucks. The hangars. So pretty nice. Then visual effects utility by SimFX. No, by 42. So SimFX visual effects utility, which will add some more realism, right? Sky full of contrails, yours and fully. Your airport's contrails appear cloud-like and dense, changing with the sun's position. Then some engine and APU heat blur. So some more effects which you will see, and that will look like this. So you can simply add some more realism to the aircraft. Then Southwest VFR Airports by France VFR. They've touched 32 airports in the southwest part of France, and this is the list. And those are, I would say, especially nice if you're flying VFR flights. Then you get 28 enhanced aircrafts, 4 large military airports being added, detailed to ground textures, realistic static flying club and jet airplanes on all the platforms, as well as numerous animations and accurate details, and the vegetation has been reworked. And if you apply that, then you will get this, right? So let's say this developer releases packages, not a lot, but if they release packages, you can definitely see the difference compared to the default scenery and I would say their packages, because it looks really simply beautiful. Then we've got the performance utility, Taboo performance utility by 42. So it's designed for the Xbox to help for all the platforms, but helpful for all platforms. And that will allow you to, I would say, make sure that your machine performs well. So there's some memory optimizations, etc. So pretty nice, I would say. Then Sim Federation, they've released a TBM 930 missions. It contains 10 unique IFR missions, so you can fly using your instruments, and that will, I'd say, take you to 10 different missions. The mission series, it's not included what kind of mission series are there, so that's another thing. But it looks like that these are the missions which are drawn on the map. So pretty cool. If you love flying the TBM 930, looking for missions, then this is the package you might consider to buy. Then we've got US Capitals 01 New England by Nordheim Missions. So in this pack, in this series of missions, you will fly to the Capital series in all 50 US states. The first one takes you from this part, and I'd say that's pretty cool. Keep in mind that Nordheim Missions really, I would say, using the existing content, right? So there are no content updates in most cases, but simply they provide you the missions. Then we've got Vessels UK Southwest by Seafront Simulations. That will simply add a lot of boats, in total 20,000 boats, and also ferries and Royal Navy vessels. And also they applied some water fixes. And then you will get this, right? So if you love flying over, let's say, updated boats, more realistic water, then this could be a package which you could consider to buy. I'm not going to show you all the pictures, but just to give you an impression, right? So pretty cool. Then we've got the VFR Objects Tokyo, the Yokohama region by Dream Scenery. These packages are mostly focusing on the industrial area, right? But they will also include the water fixes. So be aware of that. It's nice to fly VFR, but in some case they are focusing really on that industrial area, as you also can see here. But still pretty cool if you love flying VFR, right? Because it adds tons of details. Then we're at the bottom of the list. Finally, VFR Objects Vancouver region. Similar as the one from Yokohama, right? They updated the scenery, but as you can see, they're focusing really on the industrial area, not on the, let's say, city itself in most cases. So keep that in mind that if you buy these packages, you will see a lot of enhancements, but likely more to the outside of the city and not to the inside. Then last one by CM Flight, the Mandalay International Airport, Victor Yankee Mike Delta. And this is an airport which is located south of Mandalay in Tadayu. It's one of the 3 international airports in Myanmar. So what has been updated? Well, a lot of things, right? I'm not going to go to everything, but they updated the aerial imagery, the cargo warehouse, the fuel depot, the Air Force base, passenger terminal with a traditional architectural style, moderate interior from the pilot's POV, full airport service, full night lighting, hand-placed items like the taxi, the taxi guidance signs, and a lot of other cool stuff. And if you apply that, then you will get this. And this one also looks pretty nice. And this is also the last one from the list. So we went to 53 items. A lot of nice things, a lot of livery packs, but also some other types of sceneries or airport enhancements, which is really cool to see. So it will be really difficult for you to choose which one you would prefer to buy. If you're buying something and you've got some more experience, right, using it, then let me know via the comment box below how it was so other people can also benefit from it. Here ends this video. Hope you liked it. If you liked it, then consider to use the like button. If you got questions or comments, then feel free to post them in the comment box below. And if you want to stay up to date about new videos I'm posting, then make sure that you're subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.